Hello, 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 hello. I am Amber McCray, your lucrative insurance strategist, and I want to come in here and just chat with you guys on this lovely Friday, well, rainy Friday down here. I know that we have a lot of new followers that's coming in, and I just want to take the opportunity to introduce myself and also let you guys know what we have available to help what resources are available to help our beauty professionals truly convert their salons to a medical hair loss business in 2024. All right, so just a little bit about me. Like I said, I am Amber McCray, your lucrative insurance strategist, and I am the founder of a program called Seamless Academy. So for those of you who may not know, Seamless Academy has been put together to help individuals and beauty experts truly learn what is all needed to be able to uh, make to be able to implement their hair salon services and give clients the different options available to offset their hair loss service costs. And many of you guys understand that when you're doing hair loss clients or when you're just now entering into that field, that a lot of times it's a little challenging to be able to communicate with your clients like, hey, I was charging this price for one service and now I'm trying to ask for more. And I wanted to make it where I put together a blueprint where I want beauty professionals to know it's not that it does not have to be such a drastic change for your stylist. I mean for your clients. And when I'm able to help with you guys on that because I am also a hair loss professional myself. So my experience is in non-surgical hair replacement and clinical trichology. When my first baby was non-surgical hair replacement. This is a little backstory. When I first got into the field, I didn't know anybody in my state that was doing it at the time. So I went to the West Coast to learn about it. The more and more I was talking and the more I got into it, I'm like, oh my goodness, this I don't know how I'm going to explain to my clients that, hey, I'm having to charge a little bit more than what y'all used to paying. So at the time, I had clients who were already used to the quick weaves, they already used to getting the sew-ins, they were used to getting the crochets. And if you can relate, I know people tuning in. If you can relate, drop it down in the chat. If this is me, say this is me. But you having to tell them now, okay, I'm offering a service that is a few thousands now, or a few hundreds, more than they were used to. So I can help you guys. The way I wanted to, well, when this happened to me, I first was like, you know what? Well, before I really even get deep into it, let me see what options are available for my clients to offset these services. And that's when I found out that non-surgical hair replacement is covered by insurance. Okay, and when it comes to insurance coverage, clients will actually. Well, I was supposed to press my this other thing real quick. When it comes to insurance, they will actually um, cover the cranial prosthesis. Hold on just a minute. Oh, it is in there. Okay, cool. Yeah, there it is. So yeah, so that is what you want to make sure that you are able to communicate communicate that to your client. And of course, we know for those of you who have tapped into it, insurance is not always as easy as it sounds. You know why insurance is not as always as easy as it sounds? Because we are not medical billers. We are not coders. Okay, people who do that, even doctors are not medical billers. They are not medical coders. So when they're jumping out and getting into their medical practices, they're hiring a team to deal with the billing and coding for insurance claims. So I realized when I thought started tapping into it, I'm like, okay, well, there's got to be an easy way to do this, and there really wasn't for beauty professionals. And so I perfected it for myself and my facility and for my clients. And after going through coaching and going through programs, my coach was like, hey, you need to start teaching this to other people. And I'm like, I don't know, because I already know that is not what we are trained to do. Okay. And so but I nevertheless, I didn't give up. I'm a person who's like, hey, if I have something that can help others, let me figure out how to give it to share it out with my fellow comrades and colleagues. And that's what I did. So through trial and error, through time trying it out, I was able to birth Seamless Academy. And Seamless Academy is what we use now today to actually simplify the insurance filing process, actually partnering with other medical facilities, being able to communicate with government agencies, and successfully get reimbursement back from all this. Even nonprofit organizations provide coverage for clients. So If this is something that you're interested in your facility, or this is something that you want to learn, this is your go-to place. So if you type ready in the chat, I will make sure that I will get the information to you guys, because I do a free hair loss webinar called Insurance Integration Mastery Training every Monday. Well, I'm not gonna say every Monday, but that's consistent. Lately, we've been doing it every Monday because I want you guys to truly understand what all that entails before you dive into it. A lot of people they get into it, or they want to they announce that they're offering these services, and then the client, once you know how it is, you know how our clients are, guys. Once we say, oh yeah, we can get them something that's gonna get them a discount, they are on us like, and I don't want you guys to get discouraged. So what Siemens Academy has put together, we have actually put together a financial blueprint, a financial blueprint for hair loss businesses, to know all the steps from beginning to end, guys. Like what does your facility need to look like? What do the aesthetics need to look like? Like what, when a person comes in for a consultation, how should your place be set up? We need that one-on-one, hands-on type information. Like, do we need to have flat irons out? Do we wait till people are not there? How does the privacy for the client need to be? Even though that sometimes people think that that's common sense, if you never seen that been done. I mean, I was worked in a barbershop for years. So when I went to coaching, my coach had to help me see what that looks like. So for me, just to be in my spot by myself, I thought that was a big deal, but I didn't realize, oh, I still need to I need to put up some items on my wall to put a medical feel in it, or I need to put up my barber clippers or my flat irons to make sure that my clients know that this is a actual in-depth consultation. And guys, just setting up the scene will have clients who probably looked at you as a stylist at one time see you as truly the hair loss specialist or hair loss practitioner that you are. So you want to have coaching through that. So that book really helps you get through that. It also teaches you how to actually properly construct your business. And when it comes to constructing your business or establishing your business, this is something that needs to be done before you even decide that you're going to tap into insurance. Because remember, guys, now we're tapping into insurance. We are tapping into other established facilities that we will be listed with. You have doctors. Doctors will be on that list. You have behavioral health specialists listed on this list. And then we fit into categories with the ambulance, the people who do the ambulance centers, the farm, durable medical equipment supplier buildings, all of these type of facilities. So we can't just come in half stepping saying, oh, I want to accept insurance for my clients, and I don't even know how to make sure my business on paperwork looks right. And then if people come up to my establishment, it's not an establishment that's for those services. So it's all about, doing things in decent and in order, because that's what we are supposed to do. That's how God wants us to do it. And I want to make sure that we keep the credentialing that we can have. Like, y'all, really, to be able to do this stuff, we're able to do it because we actually have a state license. Okay, so cosmetologists, barbers, if you're in the nursing field, if you may be a phlebotomy, CNA, all that, those are state licensed paperwork and documents. That is one of the main requirements to get on with insurance. And when I saw that, I'm like, oh, it's got to be more. It can't be that simple. And it really wasn't. Between that cosmetology license and making sure I had a certificate of completion in my field, that was what I needed. That's all I needed. So if this is something that you're interested in doing, we can help you go from that salon status, because of course more training is necessary, so you cannot feel like, hey, I'm still just a stylist, which being just a stylist is not a problem. Being a stylist is what got you to where you are today. Me being a stylist, I was working with people who had hair loss. And when my clients had hair loss, I realized I could not do cosmetic services on somebody who has hair loss going on. That's why I got into non-surgical hair placement. And for those who want to grow their hair back because they weren't too far gone, that's how I got into trichology and really got to the root cause of individuals. And for those who are like, well, hey, does insurance cover treatments, hair restoration treatments? On paperwork, no, it does not. What insurance wants to cover is, hey, I'm trying to help this person replace what has been missing from their personal appearance. Hair really makes people helps with their esteem, and insurance companies are realizing that. They have a lot of people who they can't help the type of treatments they have to go through. They know a lot of medications and treatment is causing people's hair to fall out. So insurance companies have been more considerate of that, and we have to make sure our clients communicate with their doctors appropriately so they can get in their medical records, and then we can actually go build an insurance company. I'm teaching you guys how to actually build an insurance company directly yourself. All right, so I make sure I get all those steps. So, like I said, in this financial blueprint foundation we put together, we teach you guys how to um, set up your clinics. We teach you guys how to actually put together, you establish your business, make sure you have all those things in line. And we also go through the credentialing process to get on with these facilities, these insurance companies. A lot of people, I've worked with many beauty professionals. They think it's just like, hey, I'm gonna go to this insurance company, I'm gonna call them, or I got this paperwork, I got this claim, this CMS 1500 form, I'm gonna fill it out and I'm gonna just send it to them. I'm gonna fax it to somebody. Guys, your form will not be seen. Okay, your form will not be seen. And I don't want you to, that takes time to do that and then not get any response. So we want to teach you the proper process. You actually have to get into network with these insurance companies before you can do any type of claims. Okay, so when you get into the network, once you're in the network, you have to get credentialed. Your information goes through like a board of directors that approve you or disapprove you. And it's also based off of if your area needs it or not. And I can tell you guys, durable medical equipment suppliers like ourselves who do supply cranial prosthesis is not overly populated. It's not overly saturated. So because a lot of people, the old way or the way that's still being done, you have a lot of companies that are saying they're accepting insurance, but they're not really accepting insurance. Well, they kind of are, but they're not. They're not billing it directly. What they're doing is saying, "Hey, we got hair loss. We have hair loss. Let's see if insurance covers it. Go look up this code, the A9282 code, and we're going to take that to your You take that to your insurance company, and they'll help you get reimbursement back." And that's why a lot of people talk about insurance reimbursements. Well, I'm saying we're going to do the bill. We help you guys do the billing, and we're going to help you guys um, get the check sent directly to you. Your business name will be on that check. And so I don't know about y'all's clients, but I know my clients. I would have to keep chasing them down like, hey, did you call the insurance company yet? Hey, did they do that? And my clients will actually bring the paperwork to me. So I was like, well, before I do all of that, let me make sure I learn the right process so I can do it for them. And when you're looking at it, guys, it seems so tough. It seems so tough. And I'm gonna make sure I try to bring some of my students who have successfully done this on. I tell you, we break it down to where, hey, I know you see all this fluff, but this is all you need, even when it comes to what's required. Now, like I tell you, all you really need is a cosmetology license and a certificate of completion. Of course, you need the business aspects, but I say it all: cosmetology license, the NPI number, the NPI number, which is your national provider identification number, your state license, your certificate of completion saying that you got you have some training in hair loss, and then you need a your do the application. And like I said, there's some business requirements that they're asking for, but they're things that you would typically have with your business anyway. So when if you guys type rate in the chat, we'll make sure that you get access to this free insurance training that we go over, because we actually go into those details. And you're like, oh, there's no way. I've even had people get on there. There's no way that's all they're asking for. But it's not even that that's not all they're asking for. That's all we can really provide. We did not go to medical school. We did not go to medical billing and coding school. We didn't go to any certifications for orthopedics and prosthetics. We didn't do all that stuff. We didn't get those accreditations. We have what we have. And so you have to make sure that you're doing appropriate application to get into the network the way that you need to get into the network. And that's why I say I have simplified that process to you for you. Now crack that code. Now, after we've gone through all the credentialing parts, we make sure that you're listed as a provider, or making sure that you got the details that you need to start doing claims on your own for your facility. We actually go through the training on how to do that as well. A lot of times, each company that you get with, they have their own portals. Now, sometimes you can get, if you're doing a whole bunch of claims, you can get like systems that you can do them all through the same system. But each company has their own portal that you can submit claims through electronically. I'm very aware of the CMS 1500 form, but I can tell you I'm not using that form. All right, I got some chats over here, guys, coming in. Let me see them. And y'all come talk to me. Like I said, I do have something where I can see all what's going on now. If you put rate in chat though, if I do miss your chat, I'll see it there, and I'll make sure I get that link to you so you can join our free training. Hey y'all, hey. Oh yeah, this is it. I start reading the book through the module. I haven't done anything yet though. Oh yeah, well those so what they're talking about is I have some people guys who have actually enrolled in our class. So I was talking about this book, that Financial Blueprint to Hair Loss Businesses book. But this book is actually set up to follow our online Jumpstart Your Business online course. Okay, Jumpstart Your Hair Loss Business online course. Because even after we go through that credentialing, even though we go ahead and get you into those insurance companies, and we have students every week they're getting into insurance companies. Um, we teach you guys the resources that you need to truly have a hair loss business. So if insurance does not cover your client, there needs to be other payment options for them. Because like I said, the skill is we're doing hair loss regardless. There are people who pay out of pocket for hair loss all the time because you are all they have. They like, hey, I don't know even know where, no one else to go to. I'm coming to you for this because you're really helping me out. The competition comes when they find out that somebody actually has done the resources and credentialed themselves to get into networks. I have actually gotten clients that way because like I don't. I'm all for like, hey, if your client has been getting service, if a client has been getting service from their beauty professional, stick with them. But what happens is I have had clients that came to me and said, "Well, you've actually gotten certified through the Veteran Affairs Hospital, and that will pay for my services, so I'm gonna stick with you." And you don't want to you don't want to lose a client to something like that because you didn't take the time to get credentialed the way you want to get credentialed. Okay, like I'm open to helping anybody to help them get in because I can't service everybody. And just like in all of you all's regions, you can't service anybody. To be honest, I don't want to service everybody. Everybody is not my client. So there's certain gifts that you guys have, and there's certain gifts that it's in. If you have something special about all of you, and why your client is sticking with you. So don't let your client leave because they find out somebody that can help them offset their expenses better. The way inflation is set up, um, the way prices are going up on groceries and homes and rents and cars, gas, if you're that person that can make sure this person is saving their money, you're gonna have a lot in your client. Because these hair loss clients are clients are gonna stay with you forever. Like they're not trying to leave. If they unless they just have to. You have to almost push them away before they leave. I've had clients where I went on maternity leave. I can make sure they had some type of coverage on their head. They had their home kits. And as soon as I came back, they came back. Okay. Pandemic and all. So stick with the program, guys, and really be there for your clients and offer other alternatives for them if insurance does not cover them. So those other alternatives can be things like, a Veteran Affairs Hospital, and I'm not limited it to that because there are other government agencies that service hair loss clients. I just teach that way because I have like a direct method. If I can't tell you direct step by step on what to do, I'm not going to teach that, but I'm not opposed to it either. So I'm letting you know, the Veteran Affairs Hospital is not the only company that services hair loss clients. But once you start getting into government contracting, you'll be able to learn how to do what you need to do. I tell people start out with a VA because the VA will um, get you that you have to have so many orders with the VA before you can go into doing a contract type thing. Now there are unofficial contracts. I have received unofficial contracts, but the thing about it being unofficial, they can unofficially take it away. So these are things that you want to make sure you have, and I'll talk about this in our course. The book we do go over it as well, but the book complements the course, and of course in the course we're going to break it down even more. Another thing that we do in our course is we teach you guys how to partner with other medical facilities. So other medical facilities being like the cancer centers, the burn centers. We have nonprofit organizations we get with, like the National Alopecia Areata Foundation. These different organizations are available to help you guys really be able to offer services to to your clients. If you have children that come to you with hair loss, I don't feel right charging kids for the hair loss. I mean, there's some cases where you know, I had a recent case where they really had something that was kind of something they reacted to something. They reacted to something that caused some major hair loss, and so it's so traumatic to the client, the parent, that I just try to have other organizations that I partner with that will provide services to the clients or kid clients for free. So it's not all about the money for me, guys, because there are things out there for all those individuals as well. You also want to make sure that after all of those organizations that may not cover anything, maybe you just need to have some better some medical financing set up. Maybe you need to have some client, like I know I had a closing today. I know the person closed because I was able to give them a payment plan. Like if I just gave them this big amount, like, hey, your plan is, to be honest, guys, the plan is $7,500, $7,500 plan. Now that's not for cranial prosthesis, but it is for trichology services, and we are going to check her insurance to see if some coverage can help offset some of that. But the biggest part was, hey, this is your monthly amount, and here's how you can pay for that. Or here's a company you can go through that can give you 12 months to pay for that. Because if they're dealing with hair loss, y'all, they are already burnt out. They already like, hey, I've tried everything. And that was what they said. They was like, I like to ask, like, what made you decide now that you want to make a change? They said, I tried everything, nothing's working. I need to go ahead and make the investment. So if you can really get into their mind, and of course, guys, I'm not just saying I'm a beast naturally like that. I have had sales training and things like that, but I have incorporated some of that into our course, so you'll know what to say and how to truly nurture those clients to be able to help those clients. So yes, we want to help them offset their their finances and make it easier, for them. But I can tell you, there are a lot of people who are just like, hey, I am just burnt out, and I just want somebody who is sincere and genuine and knows what they're doing. Okay, and for those who have ever taken any in-person trainings with me, right now, like I said, I am promoting my the insurance course real heavy right now. But at the end of the year, near the fall, we will be doing an in-person training where we will be teaching non-surgical hair placement, the theory portion of it, because theory, business building, business development, it's going to be a big, I like to bring in other teachers and coaches. But guys, you have to get this stuff up under your belt because these clients, the epidemic for hair loss is very huge. And what is happening with me and why I'm so passionate about what I'm doing right now is because I have a lot of clients or veterans or people who are just dealing with hair loss who have come to me who say, I went to such and such, or I went to beauty professionals in other states and nobody was able to give me what I truly needed. For when it came to non-surgical hair replacement, they didn't really have a vendor. They didn't really have vendors that could help them get their order what they really need for their hair condition. And that is like driving me insane. Like some person even brought the unit to me with what was hand sewn, not talking against wig makers at all. But this was not what a wig maker would have done. I have some good wig making friends. I have people who, one of my colleagues that I work closely with, she actually knows how to take actual cranial prosthesis and put it in a sewing machine and take out that bulk without looking like they hand, did something to it that wasn't organized. So the issue with this hand created mess that this lady had received, this person got paid $3,500 for it. And I think that's what really messed me up. Like, hold on, I know how much this facility paid, and they gave you that for $3,500. That is so against integrity, God. That is just so not right. Give clients what they really deserve. I'm not accepting insurance just to say, oh, I can accept more money. I'm gonna charge you more because insurance is paying for it. Now, price is my price, and the quality is the quality. So if the price is gonna be a little higher because I'm getting compensated more, I'm either gonna give you multiple pieces to make up for that price, or I'm going to get a system that costs that price. It's not about just saying, oh, well, this is the product. Hey, I know, isn't that crazy? It's just, I wish I took a picture, y'all, but when she gave it to the person, didn't put the unit in the bag. They literally put it in this big old box and just put it. It looked like maybe it was a wig that had been used before, or maybe an old wig she had. She took something that was, how we have these wig grippers to make sure the wig don't slide. She cut that and sewed it inside of a full lace front wig that looked like it had been used and got $3,500. That's not right. Okay. So I want to make sure that you guys know, like when I say medical hair loss, when I say you're converting your salon to a medical hair loss business, we're for real about that. Like we're teaching you to be a durable medical equipment supplier. So we need to have durable medical equipment. Right. Right. That's what I'm saying. That's what y'all couldn't even fix my face with that lady. She said, oh, I know you tripping. She took it back to the facility that gave it and they didn't even take it back. And she still didn't get nothing. So like it's years later she finally found me and I'm actually just listed with the facility correctly. And I'm able to give her what she needs. But by the time I get some of these clients, they so on edge because they've been screwed over so many ways that they're just like, I just don't trust nobody right now. And I definitely understand that. But I can assure you that The way by the time I finish the consultation with them guys, they be calm, they become my friends. They be able to do whatever I need them to do to get the coverage that they need because they realize, oh, she's really sincere. Honestly, with this lady, all I did was show her some pictures of what we could actually get her because what she needed was so advanced. I really didn't have nothing on hand, but I was able to show her and articulate, hey, here's what you need. I understand what you need, and I have vendors that can work with you. Okay. So, but I'm not gonna take up the time too long, guys. Like I said, I do come on every Monday. That call is actually on the Zoom. So for my people who are new to this group, I know I had added a lot of people who just had got in. We do a free insurance integration mastery training every Monday at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Our VA client brought her wig in that she received from a vendor, and I told her I will be able to support her next time. Yes. Oh, these veterans be getting tore up, y'all. Oh, they be getting tore up, and you just have to tell them. You just have to reassure them when you come, you never have to leave. Because most veterans, once they find out like that, they're gonna keep going. The reason why they're been going to everybody because they're not getting nothing that's really making them stay. So we can be qualified and credentialed and actually give that quality. So that hands-on training is very, very serious. And for those who are looking like for training right now, I just was in Bronner Brothers with Sharon Reams. She's a really good educator to help you guys learn the different attachment methods, give you some vendors that you can order and learn how to use non-surgical hair placement. Um, Miss Kiki, I cannot think Miss Kiki's last name, but she was another one who teaches the hair non-surgical hair placement. They have classes going on right now. I'm really good friends with one of my colleagues, Miss Johanna. She's in Tampa location, so I know these individuals are truly doing non-surgical hair placement. I really like a lot of them too. Like Johanna, I know for a fact she gives like a kit. You know what I'm saying? So you can have that ordering kit and show those tools. So it's all about getting you a reputable vendor list, and any of these individuals can teach you truly how to do that application like you need and attachments like you need, so you can be able to service any type of hair loss client that's coming through your door. And for those who are just like, hey, my clients don't want no wigs, I just kind of need this insurance plug. I'm that person because we will definitely. I'm about to do that this week. My client that closed today is a person who is. We're going to see what her insurance covers and apply it towards her total bill because we are still going to make sure she gets some coverage for her head while she's going through treatment. So that's how you make sure that it lines up. You know, you communicate with your clients what you're actually doing, so nobody thinks that you're trying to be shysty or not tell them what they're getting covered on. Just be honest, y'all. I mean, you'll go so much further. Be honest with your vendors, the people you work with, the facilities you work with, and be honest with your clients. So, but like I said, I know it's Friday. I just want to get in here before I had to go pick my baby up. I would do later lives, y'all, but my son, he can be very disrespectful sometimes when he see this camera come on, and I want to make sure I can answer any questions. But if you are catching the replay, put hashtag replay. Be tuning because we are going to do some more lives in here. If you type ready in the chat, I will make sure that you get some access to what we have coming up for our trainings, and you can always type that link in the bio to see. But it's best to come to the training so you can get some discounts. But they are all my products are always available for those resources that I mentioned in here. But thank you guys for tuning in and joining in, and I'm gonna be out. Y'all enjoy y'all weekend. Okay, I'm trying.